Good morning. Welcome to the Weathers Channel Morning Live. My name is Autumn. This is my husband, Richard. We go live on our YouTube channel every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You can also catch us on our other channel, Watch Autumn Keto, where we go live every Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I feel like there's a shadow. Is there a shadow on my face? Oh, there is a shadow. Get the shadow on my face, Richard.
Your face is beautiful.
Or you could have opened all of them. Now I just feel like it's dark. That's fine. That's fine. At least it's consistent. So, oh my goodness. Mom's here. Says good morning, Autumn, Richard, and the Whack fam. Dustin's here. Says good morning, Weather, the Whack fam. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it has brightened up. You're right.
It just needed me.
Hoopness here. Says good morning, everyone. The sun is not shining again, so I'll make my own sunshine. That's awesome. The sun is shining here, and I love it. B16's here. Says good morning, friends. I hope you have a blessed week. Same Z's.
Yes.
Gigi's here. Says good morning, Weathers. What's the forecast? We have rain. It rained here a little bit yesterday.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, but it's sunny now.
Yep.
Brianna's here. Says happy Sunday, Whack fam.
Brianna, good morning.
Brenda's here. Says good morning.
And Brenda's in the house.
Shelly's here. Says happy Sunday, Whack fam.
Shelly too. Well, the gang's all here.
Yeah, says sirens. Yeah, as soon as we logged on, I was just like, oh, sirens. Honestly, I couldn't hear the sirens over the intro music, and then when it cut out, I was like, oh, sirens. So yeah, there's always
the joyous sound
there's always
of
something
winter
going on over here. Sirens, yes.
Well, probably because it rained, people underestimate the driving speed and whatnot.
I am pooped. Like yesterday, we had our family's Christmas party. So here's the thing: Friday night, we had our personal Christmas party here at my house where we played the gift card game, and everyone liked it.
We made dinner for everyone.
Yes,
which was breakfast for dinner.
Yes, we made beef for D, and then we played the gift card game,
eggs and sausage,
which everybody loved. And then we opened gifts and did all this stuff. They didn't leave here till 10 o'clock on Friday. And then on Saturday, we had to wake up and we had to kind of get ready for our big family Christmas party. And we had cornbread to make. We had meatballs to make, right? Like we did a lot. And then we went over there and helped set up early.
Meatballs to heat up.
Well, yeah, pre-made meatballs
I'm not
to
in
heat
there
up.
like literally Italian grandma.
No, you're right. No,
the
he
meatballs
did.
myself.
But still, it took a lot to have to bake them and then to mix them with the barbecue sauce.
You make them for 100-something people.
Exactly. That was a lot. He had meatballs for 100 to make, right? And then we went over to the venue to help. We were there 2 hours early to help with finishing touches and stuff. Then people started showing up, and then I had to take the money and beep boop beep and type in because I'm keeping a record of who all came this year. That way, because here's the thing, they like to exaggerate. Like we had 300 people there last year. There was 114 people. I literally have record of all of them.
They said 300 last year.
Well, she just. Aunt Beverly always freaks out about how much food we're going to have. And I'm like, Aunt Beverly, we've consistently had between 90 and 115 people for the past 10 years. It's never going to be suddenly this year is when we get bum rushed and they're just going to all decide to show up. That just doesn't happen. So, and in true fashion, we had way more than enough food, right?
Everybody was able to take a to-go plate home.
They got seconds and they got a to-go box, right? So it was more than enough. No, don't get me wrong. Some dishes ran out, because there was just less of some than others.
And certain people just like certain things.
Exactly, but for the most part, there's so much meat left, so many meatballs, right?
As someone who this is kind of how you got your first experience before with Keto Palooza. To understand how to balance the food and whatnot. And
how to manage registrations. Yeah, absolutely. It was fun. My best friend showed up.
I was there. What?
My other best friend then. But Richard's family was there. It was all very, very fun. But once again, we didn't get home till after 10. And we were supposed to go to the gym this morning. I literally didn't wake up until 8:15. I was like, whoa. My body was like, not today.
Exactly. Slow your butt down.
Yeah.
You're just doing too much. That's what we call that. Frozen.
You see how quick I was blurry, so okay.
Nobody's seeing it.
Melody's here. Says hello, Autumn and Richard. Weather is
Hi, Melody. Good morning, Melody.
Joyce is here.
Oh, Joyce is in the
my amazing wife, Fam, and fabulous fine weather's just stopping in for a minute to say hi. Hi.
Hey, Joyce, and somewhere Barry in the background.
Hoopna said, if I crashed your party, I wonder if anybody would notice. It sounds fun and yummy. I would notice because you'd have to pay to get in, but then after you get through the door, you literally could just literally blend in.
It's a hodgepodgery of
so many
multiple
people. Yeah, there's 115 people.
It quit being about family a while ago. Yeah. Now it's just about community.
Family and extended family.
Well, community. It's like now it just doesn't matter your last name because you've been embraced.
Yeah, and so it's really fun. I have fun.
I agree.
Yeah. But okay. Thanks for doing that. So but regardless, I was super tired this morning. Like
I wouldn't have noticed.
Just very tired. So I'm happy that today is like I don't have to do anything. Like, don't get me wrong, there are shirts to make and there's like things that I can do, but like there's no urgency. Like I could literally sit down and chill for 3 hours and then be like, what do I feel like doing? Shirts, good. Like it's not no go. But I mean, like
it's not like a huge backlog.
Yeah, I do gotta clean up. Because we had everybody over here on Friday, so all of our tables are set up and things like that. We gotta go. We gotta break all that stuff back down because we have to clean up the house as we prepare for Disney. So
that is around the corner.
Less than a week away.
So time flies. I remember talking about it last year, just being like,
did we know about it last year?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. A year and a half head start.
Did we? Okay. Yeah. I didn't know.
No, they told because Epsonet was ready to prepare everybody for the savings. So now we all knew it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I just swiped it.
Slowly prepare.
And looked at it later. So Melanie's here, says loving the lights. Yes, thank you.
They're around the entire room.
I put the lights up, the Christmas trees over there.
Which is funny because now there's a permanent night light in here. If you turn all the lights off,
I love it. Like it's very glowy. It's beautiful. I like it. Yeah. So
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like it's this time of year.
Yeah, exactly. This is what lets us know that like, it's Christmas. There's lights. Don't get me wrong, the Christmas tree too.
Oh yeah. Envelopes.
We play. I have all these. I have all these little envelopes because we played the gift card game that we played this year was Christmas Password. And so everybody had all their gift cards and put them in a little mini envelope. And then there's a little label on the outside of the envelope with each label has a different Christmas themed word on it. Exactly. And so the person whose turn it was to guess, they couldn't see it. It was like a heads up situation where they couldn't see what the word was, but then everybody else around the table could see the word.
Had a turn.
And they had to try to get the person to guess this word. But if you know anything about the actual game show password, you can only use one word clues in order to get them to guess. So the one person would have to say a word, and then the person that's guessing would think like, and they would respond with a word. And they're like, nope, that's not it. So the next person would give a one word clue, and they'd have to kind of build on like, okay, between, and then they'd say a word, right? And then whoever ended up saying the word that made the person guess, they got the gift card. Yeah. So it was really fun.
And like just random Christmassy words.
Yeah.
So it was very fun. Everybody said they loved it. Yeah. I definitely love it. So I don't think they were being facetious.
Yeah. It was fun. It only dragged when people were like, we're like, what? Say, you gotta say a word. When people were taking a long time, either trying to figure out the word they were gonna give us a clue, or when they heard the clue and they were like, I was like, no, you gotta say a word. We gotta keep this moving, right? But other than that, people had a good time.
They were really good. Most of the time it was one word and bam, they were answering.
Yeah, a lot of times it was one word, which was really cool. Brianna said, "Are you going to save your gift cards for your birthday again?" Yes. So we had 5. Everybody bought 5.
Yes.
And then Grandmama played a password on my behalf because I made up all these words, so I knew all the passwords, so I couldn't play. I was kind of just facilitating the game. But Grandmama played, and every time she won, she would collect them for me. So of the 5 gift cards that I had, I gave one to her for playing for me. So I gave her a Lowe's gift card. So I have 4 gift cards.
You're so sweet.
And I think it's like Lowe's, Panera, and 2 more. But either way, it was really fun. It was a fun game, and that's all that matters.
You are saved for your birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna save them. Yeah, I am gonna save them anyway. So yes, honestly, I have a Panera gift card from last year that I still haven't used. So
we used that.
No, we didn't. We went to Panera and paid money. I know. So now we gotta go back to Panera.
Gotta keep remembering what's in our wallets. Keep remembering what's in our wallets.
Yes, Hilton said the caboodle might show up with cash in hand. Hey, you would
be welcome.
You just pay the money, walk in the door. Yeah. Mom said,
"Have a time of your life."
Hanukkah. Yeah. So this turned out to be a really fun inside joke, a running joke. I don't know what. It's not running really. It happened because it happened while we were playing Password. The word on the card was Hanukkah. Like the word on the card was Hanukkah. So everybody was going around trying to think of a word that would get the guesser to say Hanukkah. So then the guesser was holding the card, and my aunt, she was like, okay, what word? And then she thought about it. She's like, okay, I'm going to give the clue. And she said, Hanukkah. And we were like, whoa. Like, that's the word. You can't say the word. And so the whole table erupted in laughter. Like, what? You thought so long and hard, and you ended up just reading the word on the card. So it was pretty great. So that was a fun, a fun joke that happened. The whole night we were just like, Hanukkah.
It happened again for something else, but
it was Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah.
And the word was Santa Claus. And my Uncle Jeff said, Claus. I'm like, no, that's in the word. I was like, what are you reading these?
No, it's fun. It had a great time.
Melanie said, did you finish your gift card board game? I did. I made a board game. I haven't used it in like 3 or 4 years. It's anytime I have a custom made game, I moved into card games because card games are easier to transport than like a whole standalone board. And plus card games are scalable. Like the board that I created only had so many spots on it. Mm-hmm. So
the team could only be so big.
Yeah, and like you could only put so many gift cards on it. But like with card games, you can it's like scalable. So that's what I did. But this year I did Christmas Password, and it was really fun. So
look at you. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Brenda said that's fun. It was fun. And Brianna said you need a taboo buzzer. Yes, I need a taboo buzzer. I also need a timer because people are taking too long. We're like, no, you gotta move on. Like we gotta figure this out. But regardless, it was really fun. Yeah, so the only problem is we're never going to be able to play that again because it took everything in me to come up with like 50 Christmas words, like one word, like 1 or 2 word phrases. And I was just like, I have a couple still left over, but they're just not enough. But they're not enough to like play Password.
Well, I mean, and to be fair, it'll be a year later, so I'm pretty sure everyone will forget everything they just today.
Yeah, this year,
It'll be brand new again. They're like, wait a minute.
So yeah, I'll try another game, but this one worked really well. It was relative. It didn't take a lot of supplies. It just took those because you can get a pack of these. Oh Lord, envelopes. You can get a pack of these on Amazon, like brown envelopes, like 100 for $8.99. These are just mailing labels that I printed off, so it wasn't a lot. So it was fun. So cute. Yeah, it was fun.
No, everybody had a great time. It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
And really festive.
Yeah. And so yeah, it was really fun. But all that's to say
that was Friday.
Yeah, and then Saturday was the party. I mean, it was huge.
Oh yeah, you were out there doing the electric slide.
Oh yeah.
And the what is it?
I forgot my steps in.
The dance.
The Cupid shuffle.
Yes. What were you doing? Was it the honky tonk dance or something?
No, I wasn't square dancing.
2 square.
I was square dancing inside of the electric slide.
Oh, okay.
So yes,
that's what it was.
Yes. So yeah, when you get to
your age.
No, I'm just saying when you get to a certain level of mastery of the electric slide, you can start to sprinkle stuff in there, So I was just like, sprinkle.
You're so cute.
You can sprinkle it. So yeah, it was really, really fun.
It was. I had a blast.
Oh my gosh. Costco cake in full effect. It was delicious. Like it was so
I
good.
Like I ate any.
Yeah. Oh, what? Don't worry. We brought it home. Costco cake was the only thing we brought home. I mean, everybody ate most of it.
Yes.
There is about, I would say, a quarter of the chocolate cake left, but there was literally only 2 slices of the vanilla cake. So I was like, oh no, we're taking these. So, but yeah, most everybody ate the cake.
And also they loved the meatballs.
They love the meatballs. My husband put a little char on them, put a little seasoning on them, put a little something on them, and everybody's like, these meatballs are delicious. And I was like, I know, my husband made these meatballs, right? So, and then people, I don't know. I made the cornbread at Thanksgiving. So the people that from Thanksgiving came up to me and like, see, you made your cornbread again. It was delicious, right? But like, I didn't hear anybody else that like.
Was it gone?
No. I mean, I think people took it home in the to-go. Okay. But when I was going to get the food, there was half of it was gone because I made 2 layers, so I had to take off. Y'all, there you go. I started a fire yesterday because it was a very small, brief fire.
Where was I at?
You were back over at the chair. No. I was walking through the line.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is, because you know,
you meant at home.
No. You know how? Oh, no, I started a fire at the party. So do you know how I put the layer of parchment paper in between the cornbread? Yes. So one of the layers of parchment paper was completely, all the cornbread had been taken. And I was like, they need to pull up the parchment paper to like reveal the second layer of cornbread. So I picked up the parchment paper and I just put it down in between the 2 pans. But that's where and I was about to move on. I was like, it smells like marshmallows. Burning parchment paper smells like marshmallows. And I was like, I smell marshmallows. And I look under and like the parchment paper has started to, I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. So I grabbed it out really quick and I put it on the floor and we started stubbing it out.
I did not even see any of this.
It was very quick. But it was a fire. I said, "Oh my God!" It's I had to pull the parchment paper out on the floor.
We need to keep an eye on you. What you're saying? Yeah. Somebody need to keep an eye on you.
Yeah, something. Yeah, but there was other people over there too, so they were like, it wouldn't have got out of hand because they were all carefully watching me stomp the fire out, But like, if it would have got out of hand, they would have, been able to help. So.
I did not know.
No, they say Costco cake is my jam. You're right.
We should have sent you with smoking about.
Mine too. Exactly.
Only you.
It just didn't even occur to me that like the little things on fire, so I just put them under there. Yeah, the parchment paper caught fire. But here's the thing: parchment paper, it would have just burned up. Like it's not something that would have spread. Like it was starting to disintegrate and like shrivel and burn up anyway. So
the thing is though,
you just don't want it to
floating
exactly,
embers.
and you didn't want it to touch anything else while it was burning.
That's the thing. It ain't about that. It's about what that could do to that.
Yeah. So we were stomping. We were like stomping everything on the ground and sweeping it up.
Suspiciously, there's a big box of fireworks nearby.
Exactly.
One goes in there.
Yeah. Mom said Autumn, the 12 Days of Christmas song was a blast. Yeah. So every year. Yeah, every year. So
every year your family
sings the full 12 Days of Christmas, and we have these posters that we hand out. So each table
you laminate and put the name and like representative of what it.
Yeah, like a picture. Yeah. So my cousin Trevor actually drew those.
Oh,
the electrician. I mean, like back when he was 15. Like Trevor's probably 30 now. Yeah, like those signs are like maybe nearly 2 decades old.
When you laminate something,
it lasts forever, right? And so each table or a group of tables, because now there's more than 12 tables, Exactly. So like each group of table, a group.
So you have to give multiple to a table.
Mm-hmm. No, you have to give 1 to multiple tables. Okay. And so like, one group is a partridge in a pear tree, another group is 2 turtle doves, another group is 3 French hens. And like the lower the number is, the more you're going to have to be singing, because that's the part of the song that's repeated, every single time. Mm-hmm. So those partridge, we usually give like the partridge in a pear tree to like the kids or like people that just love to scream, because like they're going to be saying a partridge in a pear tree every single time. Yes. Well, my table was 7 swans of swimming. And, it was so good because my granny was at my table. So she's already crunk, and Amber was there. And then my best friend, Ashley, was there. So she already knows what the deal is too. So we really only had to explain, the level of energy that was required to a couple of people at the table. We're like, look, y'all are going to have to get hyped for this. everybody else already knows what's going on. Y'all need to join in, right?
Oh my God.
And so they did, like, 7 swans of swimming. We nailed it every single time. Yeah. But then I was like, how can I take this to another level? Because, everybody could just scream 7 swans of swimming, And I was like, okay, well, now every time they get to us, what if I do a different swim move each time? So I was like, 7 swans of swimming, and it's only a second, right? So you gotta make it known. And then, like 7 swans of swimming, so I was doing that every single time, not thinking anybody noticed, because it's like I said, It's so quick that you can't even tell people we're doing. But apparently mom was videotaping it. And so mom called me this morning already. She was like, I was rewatching the 12 Days of Christmas. And like, what are you doing on 7 swans of swimming? I was like, I'm doing a different swim move every time. She goes, because one time I decided to dive. So it was like 7 swans of swimming. I was like, I gotta make this fun.
Yes, you did.
We've done this every year for 2 decades. Like, I've got to make it fun. So that was a particularly fun time.
Your mother will keep an eye on
you. Yeah. So
I found it quite hilarious.
It was great. And then it was a really fun time.
We were the 12.
Yeah, they were 12. The Weathers were 12, so they only had to do it once, because 12 is only sang once in the song. So yeah, but it was great. And then at the end we were all like, in a pear tree, like the whole group, and we all started singing and cheering. It was really fun.
Yeah, do it every year.
But yeah, we do it every year. So it's just, I was like, this year I'm just like, how can I make this fun, because it's the same thing every year. So, but the different, you don't know what number you're gonna get. So I was like, oh, we're 7 swans of swimming. So that was interesting. But I'm happy all the festivities are over. Now we just gotta march straight ahead to actual Christmas itself and Christmas vacation.
More festivities.
Yeah. So
it'll definitely be a National Lampoon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be great.
No, it will be extremely fun and very brief.
It's going to be long, and then it's going to be brief. Yeah.
We're coming back.
Yeah.
We'll be back the very next week. Be like, what just happened?
Brandon said your family's so fun. We just stand around talking and snacking. Oh, but there's plenty of that too. Yeah. Plenty of talking and snacking.
They extra, okay? They extra.
But yeah, we also have some really fun activities as well. So yeah, it doesn't say Christmas vacation. It is. It's going to be the. Is he okay? It's going to be the Christmas vacation.
Yeah, it literally will.
Yeah, so Whack Wednesday is going to be the last one we do until the new year, because we're out next Sunday and the next Wednesday after that. So,
and we're going to be super tired because we thought we was busy these past 2 days.
Yeah.
The way my sister designed our trip is from the moment we wake up.
Yeah,
we're doing something.
It's an itinerary.
Like 9 o'clock
There's
at night.
an itinerary.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we will be back on December 31st. So we'll be back on New Year's Eve, because we get So that is that'll give us enough time. But exactly. Brandon said, because you're not extra at all, Richard. Exactly. No. Like he don't fit in. Like he's not a big part of it.
Not at all. Not at all. It was already going when I got there. Okay, so that y'all started the extra. Okay, I just participate.
Dustin said, "What are you looking forward to most at Disney?" So for me, honestly, I'm looking forward to Epcot. Here's the thing, guys. I don't know a lot about Disney at all. Like I don't know a lot about any of the parks. And so I'm not looking.
They have a channel.
Like maybe when I get there and we get to the hotel and like maybe they have a map of the park, I'll just be like, what, but like I'm not doing any research because I have no expectations. This trip is not about me. It's not for me. It's just like, I'm just like, that's nice. But I heard Epcot is cool because each little section is like a different place in the world, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to like go to like a little German shop and then London, or I don't even know what I don't even know what the little worlds are, right? But I'm excited to go see the real life, life-size versions of that.
As somebody who my sister went 6 years ago, I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. So I do have, but before then I didn't go since I was a child. So it went from like 20-year gap.
Yeah, mine's been a 19-year gap. Ago. Yeah.
So having been there, I also went in the summertime, so it was super hot. So I was like, ooh, it's really hot in Florida. like sweating to my. But every day, my sister had an itinerary. We walk in. I'm like, you getting about 15,000 steps a day.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
easy.
steps. Yeah.
No, it's just fun.
Dustin said I'm extra and I'm here for it. Samesies, you know, when it needs to be. So
I mean, I just mean honest. Is not extra.
Yeah. Dustin said Epcot is cool. 11 countries, the Norway school bread and Viking coffee is the jet. I mean, see, as you say, I'll try all of it. You know, so I'm excited.
I bought a German with
like a mug,
beer mugs.
Heavy. So I'm excited about that. But then also I'm just excited to. It's weird. I'm excited to not have a plan. Like I'm excited to like not care. I don't care what we're doing. Where y'all want to go? What do you want to do? Like I don't care. That. You know,
you're gonna just be a leaf in the wind.
I'm gonna be just like now. I'm gonna know what it feels like to be my husband. Just not a care in the world. Just blowing along with whatever's going along. You know.
Welcome to the fun.
Yeah. So like,
the more the merrier.
Yeah, like so there isn't really something that I want to accomplish. I want to make sure I ride this ride. I want to make sure I do this. I want to make sure I do. I got nothing. Nothing. So, but the good thing is, it would be different if like nobody had anything. I was like, okay, if there is no plan, I'm gonna make a plan, right? But like his sister has a plan, so I'm just like, what are we doing?
You're kind of the same person.
Going along with exactly. So she is this for Disney. So I'm like, hey, I'm here to follow. I'm here to do whatever you need us to do. What are we doing? So
no, I mean for me, it's probably just a holiday.
Yes,
because I've been to Disney before, 6 years ago, but I haven't been to Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day. That can
y'all imagine that parade we finna see?
That's gonna be crazy.
Dustin said, Disney, it's so easy to overplan. Yeah, that won't be my problem. Oh, a beer stein. Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Thank you, Brianna.
Yeah. So
very fun.
So yeah, that's really also I'm looking. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to staying in a hotel. Like y'all know, I love staying in hotels. Like even when we're on the cruise, my favorite part is just being in the room.
And each of those hotels have like a big statue.
Yeah,
represent like they're all goofy and
and so.
I think the one we had was like Fantasia. What's it called with the Mickey and the wizard?
It is Fantasia. Okay. I remember, yes, but my grandmother, that's something I remember from my childhood. You just extracted a core memory. Yeah, the broom and the bucket. Yeah, I remember watching Fantasia.
You know, I never did.
What?
I always bored me.
It is boring. I mean, it's about the music.
I'm out.
It's about the scoring in the music, but I'm like, oh.
I mean, I know of it. Yeah. I know all the.
I remember watching Fantasia, but all I remember from it is the bucket. Yes. So yeah.
The dancing broom with the water tank.
Dustin said Epcot also has the other half of the park that is not the World Showcase, the water attraction walkthrough. Ooh, for Moana, it's pretty cool. Wow. Sure, absolutely.
I think we did that.
Oh, a huge aquarium. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm trusting that his sister has all of this. Like, you know.
I mean, we're going to start from the entrance and literally around. Go across the entire thing.
Yeah.
That's why we told our mom, like, you might have to get a little hover around.
Oh, yeah. No, his mom definitely has a scooter already.
Because he's not waiting. Okay, you get lost. You get lost.
Not my only worry or my only question is like, I have no frame of reference for the actual rides at Disney. Like, are we going to be riding rides? Because rides come with lines.
Yeah.
And you can't see everything if you're in line for an hour and a half for a ride. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if we're going to see everything.
The way it worked last time with us is that you have your little Mickey pass or your little watch that you get in stuff with. And there's you can quick like, there's two lines. There's a regular line and then like a Mickey quick pass line. So what my sister does is, but you have to plan this out in advance. So like at 2:00 we will be here in this line. At 3:00 we will be. So as we walk through the park, we will be at particular rides that she's picked out. Now, if you want to go on something extra, then we can do that too. But there will be times the rides will happen along the route.
Gigi said, "Wow, you're giving up control ritually with one eye open, girl."
Oh, you know, Gigi. Oh, yeah.
Mom, don't pile on. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, Gigi knows.
Dustin said there's an app that shows you the wait times on all the rides. The fast passes cost money now. Yeah, I mean, and so here's the thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Even though we've already spent an arm and a leg, we're like chopping off ears and throwing them in. Like, my whole thing is like, this is not the time to skimp out, right? It's like if we've already paid $1 zillion to get here, and it's going to cost $20 more to get to the front of the line, just pay the $20. You know, like it's because there's no point. Like we already paid this much to get here. we're experiencing everything. So if I gotta shell out 20 more bucks, that's honestly part of the budget too.
Like 200, but
I mean, well, over the course of the whole thing, you know, like So it's just like we gotta do what it takes.
No, I agree. I mean, I told you this is just what happened last time. I don't know what.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming she.
So Dustin said we didn't pay for the fast pass. We just used the app to go to the rides with the lowest wait times, and I love that. That's smart. That's a smart way to do it.
Of course, you're zigzagging.
Exactly. You have to do. Yeah, you got to do that.
Now, the way my sister works is in a circle. At the end of by nighttime, at 9 o'clock at night, we should be right back here to the beginning.
Oh wow. Dustin said we rode everything we wanted to without having to pay or really wait in long lines. The only ride I didn't get on was the new Guardians roller coaster at Epcot. So we should Guardians of the Galaxy. My husband would love that. You would love that.
This is literally the week of Christmas.
We're riding. See, now you gave us a mission, Dustin. We are riding that ride.
No,
my husband loves the Guardians.
Will be hefty no matter what. This is the peakest season, the peakest time of the peakest time.
Yeah, which is just really annoying.
I don't think we dodging. I don't think the line app's gonna help on Christmas Day.
Yeah, so like that's another thing.
Fun time.
You know, here's the thing. I'm a corporate girly. Richard is a like freelance worker. We can literally leave for a foreign country on a Tuesday, you know, in March and come back whenever we want. Like that's the beautiful part about being able to travel. No, I'm talking about like peak travel time. Okay. Richard's sister is a teacher. Like Brianna. You know the struggle, Brianna. Yes. You know the only times you can travel is when everybody else can travel.
Exactly.
Right? And so that's why
it's all about the children.
So it's about going to Disney on a holiday, but it's also about being at Disney when she can go and when the kids are off school and when but that's also when everybody's kids are off school, you know. So when
stars align.
That's me and Richard just be like, oh, you know, September 14th, want to go to Belgium? Sure. You know, like it just doesn't matter, right? Or even more, we could be like, oh wow, tickets to London are really cheap on May 26th for some reason. Booked. You know, like we can let the prices dictate when we need to go somewhere, right? We don't have to let the time of year, the schedule dictate when we need to go anywhere.
And it's nice to
Cosmic Rewind, and I bet it's very music inclined as well. We love that music. So
what's that?
Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh. Yeah. So
no, it's definitely a line we can wait for.
Yeah, we're gonna be waiting in line. Plus, here's the thing. Okay, firstly, one thing I do remember about Disney, and I think it was it Disney?
I don't know.
I don't think it was Universal. Maybe it's Universal Studios. Either way. And Richard, you can tell me this. But you can tell me this. One thing about Disney is that even though you're standing in line, it's just not those like stanchions that you go back and forth. Like you're experiencing things as you're going through a line.
When you're indoors.
Yeah.
When you're indoors. Like there's some rides where it literally is just a line.
The stanchions? Okay.
But there's like we went on the Toy Story, they have those little green guys, and they have like a bumper car and stuff. We went on that, and it's just a bunch of lines you wait through.
So either way,
but then like the indoor, like Star Wars, you go through a place and like there's people like, oh my god, this is facts and this is happening and this is that. Then you're reading the wall. And you're like, wow.
So number one, if you have to wait in a line, it's like that. Secondly, with the advent of technology, all I go do is whip out my phone, whip out my little pad, and I'm just like, boop, 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 line where? An hour will go by like that. All I can do is be on TikTok for 10 minutes, and an hour will have passed.
I also think being December instead of June, July.
And not being so swelteringly hot.
Yeah, because I'm like, earbuds will fall out in June, July. Like, oh, man, I need an umbrella and shade. Yeah, that was my biggest thing. It was just so hot.
It's like, even when I went 19 years ago, like, phones were not a thing. You just had Nokias, you know, like smartphones where you could like watch whole movies while you're standing in line. It wasn't a thing. So at this point, I no longer care about waiting because I'm not going to be bored, you know? And so that's another, thing off the plate there.
And we're all together. So
Dustin said, oh, no, right? Chandra, I'm never going to be able to do it. And I could leave morning, be back Friday afternoon. And then go wherever we want. She takes 2 days off. It would bump to 12 days. What? Crazy. But yeah, I mean, essentially, Monday morning. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I'm just saying. Like, Brianna said, yep, my cousins will go on group vacations, but I can never join them because they go off peak. Exactly.
No, that's what you got to do, though.
Oh, yeah, bring battery chargers. Oh, now that we know about.
I have a brand new power bank.
You can play Snake, and I did, and it was infuriating. And
I love Snake.
Your eyes start to hurt and cross. Yes. Okay, now my only question is it like the stadiums where you can only bring in clear backpacks, or can you bring in anything you want, but they have to like search it? Because that's fine. They're like, you have quite a lot of electronics, sir. Yeah. But even then, with these kids in these iPads, I mean, parents have a lot more electronics than we do.
People do come in with like little trailer, like coolers, pools, and stuff like that. So I think they do just.
So that's what we're gonna look. That's what we're gonna look up. It's like the policy, but other than that, I'm not really looking up anything else to.
You're so cute.
Yeah, like
no, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, ooh, the entrance walking. That's the one I can't vaguely remember. I remember walking through and people just because I had the camera. I had the camera on me, but we definitely figure that.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, exactly. Dustin said we love off-peak places: Gulf Shores, Hilton Head Island. Yeah, not a ton of people still got the ocean. Exactly.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Well, that's
they have heavy security, but you can bring. Yeah, we'll look at the policy. Yeah. No, I'm never, guys, we went to Paris in January. That was just one of my favorite. I mean, like apparently nobody was there. And even then, it was like, there was a good amount of people there. But like seeing pictures of peak times when people were there, we're like, this is how crowded this is supposed to be? Heavens no. You know, like absolutely not.
What museum did you go to?
No, it was Versailles. Yeah. It was the castle.
And it was just you guys, basically.
I mean, us and maybe 10 people. And then we were looking, and then, like I said, my best friend sent a picture of us to her friend that had gone to Paris, and her friend was like, "Oh my God, there's nobody there." Then she sent us a picture back of her standing in that exact same room. No lie, there was 200 people in there, and we were just like
elbow there.
Yeah, I mean, literally. And I was like, how can you even see the walls? Like, how can you even see the architecture? There's human bodies everywhere, right?
Everybody wanted to see the same scenes.
Yeah, so I am good. That's how it's gonna be at Disney, right? Like we would have gone off peak times. We're about to go when there's like, standing room.
That's what I'm expecting.
And that's okay. Like, because we're expecting it, right? So yeah. Okay, you can bring phones, chargers, and cameras. The big selfie sticks they don't like.
Yeah, no, we don't do that. Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah,
that's also just in the way.
Yeah. We carried a light phone, charger, wallet, and magic band. Yeah, I mean, I plan on having a little backpack or something, or a little over the shoulder.
I think you can
situation.
They'll just have to do one of those things. You put it off, and they'll roll it through.
Yeah, see, Brianna said January 15th through 30th is the least travel times because everyone is just back to work after the holiday. Nobody's thinking about leaving. Y'all just got off a holiday. Like, well, we're going on vacation. Exactly. Y'all just got back. That is so smart.
That's when you go international.
So exactly. For real.
January, February.
Pack you a coat or whatever. Let's go. Oh my God. Speaking of that, not speaking of that at all. Speaking of vacations, is anybody on Royal Caribbean Ultimate World Cruise TikTok?
No.
Like, have y'all been seeing the TikToks of the people? Like, apparently Royal Caribbean's Ultimate World 270-day cruise left at December the 10th. So now all my TikTok is of people that are on the boat. Here's the thing. It's a small boat.
It's an old boat.
Yeah. If I can't be in an Oasis class ship, I'm not doing it.
And I'm like, how long?
270 days.
Lord.
But they're stopping at like 60 ports. I mean, like, it's not like you're on the sea the whole time. They're going. They've already been to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. They're making their way around.
Burning all fuel.
Yeah, going around. Yeah. So I am on that TikTok, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But here's the thing. I could definitely be on a cruise for 270 days. I don't want to be on that boat. Like, if they don't have Johnny Rockets.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. But you're going to be on that boat.
You're going to be, So I'm like, I'm not being on that boat. So, but the cool thing is, and I'm going to say the cool thing is, like, the cheapest interior room paying all up front was like $60,000. So it's not cheap at all. But
for no windows and all.
Exactly. Interior, yep. But here's the thing. Your internet's included. Laundry's included. I think the beverage package is included. You know, like, and it's like, well, damn, it all should be included if you're paying that much money.
You bought a house, so you might as well. Please, can I have a driveway?
But either way, there's a lot of things that normally aren't included with your typical cruise fare that they've gone ahead and thrown in, you know, so.
Yeah, it's just $60K for the worst room on the boat.
Exactly. So.
Get it while it's getting
But at least you get the internet. So yeah, there's a lot of people.
And laundry, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that work remote, so they're like, I'm just working.
Yeah, it's the ports for me, dog.
Yeah.
It would definitely be that. I'm like, the ship is gone. Okay, just drive me to the next port. I would definitely, as soon as I'm having suitcases at the door, I'm out. When we got to return? We got 2 hours, 6 hours.
So funny.
Yeah, that's buddy. I mean, good day, good for all of those people who took the initiative.
And everybody's like, where y'all getting this money? No one's really talking about where they're getting the money. And it's just like, wealth inequality.
Trust funds.
But a lot of people, a woman that's gained a lot of attention. So her parents recently, they recently didn't die, but they both died. Both of her parents died before the age of 65, and they left her life insurance policy.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, honestly, and turns out that she has the same cancer gene because they both died, that her parents had. And so she was like, I can't wait until I retire at 65. Like, who knows if I'm even going to be there. So I took some of the insurance money, and like, I'm living this trip to my fullest. And everybody in the comments was like, your parents would be so happy for you living your life and your experiences. And so like that's how we know one person's funding it. Like, other than that, we don't know.
That extreme. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Someone has to die.
I mean, that makes a good movie or something too.
Yeah.
So follow that person around with a camera crew.
Dustin said, we're planning to go to Southern Florida in February, Monday morning till Friday afternoon. Yeah, to visit Chandra's parents. Hopefully get to the Keys too. Like, and here's another thing. We're talking about going on vacation next year, and you're like, hey, if you don't have to be somewhere over a weekend, cheap travel. If you can leave on them, like sometimes for business trips, they will say, okay, if you're leaving on Monday and getting back on Friday, that's a little more expensive. But if you're leaving on a Friday and get back on a Monday, triple the price. You know, like if you're trying to go on a weekend, it's crazy, you know? So it's like, but if you don't need to be somewhere on a weekend, then yeah, if you can travel from Tuesday to Tuesday, come on. Like they don't even.
The Goldilocks.
Melanie said 6-day Dominican Republic in May. Praying the Beijing gets her transplant. We are all praying for that.
There we go. So, prayers up.
Yeah, Dustin said, I've run across some strange YouTube videos where they live on a cruise ship. I know people like that.
That's probably the same cruise.
That's great. Dustin said, or videos about the villages in Florida. That's a weird place. Literally, when you abbreviate it to TV and people know what you're saying, like, I live in TV. Me too. I said, what the hell is TV? Like, but it's the villages. Oh, wow, okay. Like, and like, it's like a whole different subculture. Yeah. Wait, I was like, TV? Like, what is that?
Fun time.
Yeah, it's the villages. So yes. Yeah, Brianna said elderly people live on a cruise ship. It's cheaper than assisted living. Yeah, especially, yeah. And if all your food and everything else is included, that's a viable option for us. Because like I said, I'm setting us up to have lots of like disposable retirement income, you know? So it's like, we could go live on a ship at least for like a year. You don't got to do it forever, but like we could.
It's all about the ports for me.
Well, and it's not about like living. It's not about living on the ship. Like people just book cruises a week at a time. Yeah. You know, they're like, oh, let's book next week's cruise
in different places.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a possibility. So okay. Oh my God, we've been on here for so long. I definitely want to get off the computer now. So
so adorable.
We will see you on Wednesday. Yeah. I got a lot of chillaxing and cleaning and t-shirts to do. Wednesday. So yeah, everybody have a great morning.
Of course.
And we'll continue our cruise conversation.
Yeah, no.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.